Peace and blessings, beautiful people. Peace and blessings. This is Empress Imani, and welcome to this episode of Sacred Love Lessons. Lead with your breath. Look into your heart, the light and the dark. To know yourself, you must face them both. Ying Li from Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. If this is your first time here, I'm Empress Imani, inspirational teacher of Sacred Love Lessons. I help women to honor the love within so they too can manifest the life of their dreams. We're in Season 4, The Art of Being You, 46 Laws of Spiritual Power, and today we're covering Law 40, Lead with Your Breath. Our objective today is to become more self-aware through our breath. This episode is inspired by the movie Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I'll be referring to the movie as Ten Rings from here on out. Each person lives in their own world. Our world of experience builds itself around our self-awareness. Examining the light and dark within ourselves is a powerful and introspective journey. It's not about finding a definitive answer or reaching a destination, but rather a continuous practice of self-love, self-awareness, and reflection through our breath. Leading with your breath means using your breath to consciously guide your thoughts, emotions, and actions. It's a powerful tool for self-awareness, self-regulation, and self-development. Some things that you will need while leading with your breath is 1. Compassion and acceptance. Recognize that everyone has light and dark within them. 2. Gentleness. Be gentle with yourself. There may be messy emotions and uncomfortable truths, and that's okay. 3. Self-forgiveness. Practice self-forgiveness. We all learn lessons and have opportunities for growth. Holding on to guilt and shame only weighs you down. 4. Accountability. Celebrate your light and acknowledge your shadow. Celebrate your strengths, kindness, and capacity for love. Acknowledge your anger, fear, self-doubt, pettiness, judgmental spirit, or any shadow trait you may possess. I was watching the movie 10 Rings the other day, and in the movie, Shang-Chi, the son, he learned about love and openness from his mother. Now, his mother, she embodied the goddess warrior archetypes. Shang-Chi learned about the iron fist and brute force from his father. His father embodied the god destroyer archetypes. One thing I noticed about his mother is that she lived from her upper chakras, mainly from her heart chakra. His father lived from his lower chakras, mainly his solar chakra, where he chased money and power. I even noticed that in their fighting styles, when the mother and father was fighting each other, the mother would fight with open hands. She was very welcoming, and she used the nature around her, the elements of the environment, where Shang-Chi's father, he was using brute force, the iron fist, and when he fought with closed-fisted hands, and he lost every time against the mother. Like, she could really fight, right? The lesson that I learned from that is that when you are open, when you come from a place of love, from a place of open hands, openness, that when you come up against that brute force energy, you're more likely to win almost every time. More likely to win almost every time. Ultimately, in the movie 10 Rings, Shang-Chi learned about the power of love over the love of power. He remembered what his mom had taught him as a child, and then he was reminded of that lesson from his aunt, his mother's sister. Shang-Chi learned that he held the power to empower others as an agent of love. I just thought this movie was really beautiful. It's action-packed. It's funny. But there's a lot of lessons, life lessons that you can get from this movie. If you haven't seen the movie Shang-Chi, The Legend of Ten Rings, I highly recommend that you check it out. I was on this tour in Tbilisi, Georgia with Wife Goddess. We went on this tour and I asked our tour guide, if you could describe Tbilisi in one word, what would that be? And so he was like, he thought about it and he was like, I can't describe Tbilisi in one word. So I said, okay. If you could describe Tbilisi in one phrase, one sentence, what would it be for you? So this is what he told me. He said he would describe Tbilisi. This is Tbilisi, Georgia, not in the U.S., Georgia in Eastern Europe. He said he would describe it as love. And then he went on to say that we love our neighbors. He said that people take care of their neighbors. And he went on to explain the history of Georgia and how they were conquered by several large empires. Despite those facts, the people of Georgia overcame with the spirit of love and resiliency. And so I just thought that was so meaningful and so beautiful, how when he talked about the people, because you know me, it's all about the people. I want to know who you are. When he talked about the people of Georgia, he talked about them with such love and reverence in his voice, in his tonation, in his eyes, his heart. I could see that he was speaking from his heart, and I thought that was very, very beautiful. And I also related that to the movie 10 Rings, that, you know, you have the ability, we all have the ability that when we lead from a spirit of our breath, from a place of love, a place of openness, that we can overcome. We can rise again like the phoenix. We can have that spirit of resiliency, and that we have the capacity to impact everyone we come in contact with. And in Georgia, the people empower each other, which is why they have outlasted and overcome those who seek to conquer them. And I just thought that was very beautiful. Another thing that was very beautiful that he shared is that in the Georgian language, there's no distinction in gender. So there is no he, her pronouns. It's all of you, I, we, togetherness and oneness. And I love that. So you may have, like in Georgia, they have a Saint Nino. Originally, I thought Saint Nino was male, but no, Saint Nino is identified as female. It's a woman. So a lot of times you will see no distinction in the name, and there's no distinction in gender in the language. And that's really beautiful. It's just all about oneness and love in this region of Europe. Some of the benefits of leading with your breath are you reduce stress and anxiety. When you focus on your breath, you activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for relaxation. This can help you to reduce anxiety and tension. Number 2, you improve focus and concentration. Focusing on your breath can help you to train your mind to stay present and focused, which can improve your concentration and your productivity. Number 3, you increase your self-awareness. Paying attention to your breath can help you to become more aware of your thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations. This can help you to make more conscious choices and respond to situations in a more mindful way. I know for me, in my own personal story, when I begin to feel sensations of tension in my body, like I'm in a situation, it's beginning to feel tense, I begin to breathe deeply into my lower abdomen region. And I just breathe very deeply in, and then in through the nostrils, and then out through my mouth. And I notice that helps to keep me present. It helps my nervous system to come down, and it gives me a moment to respond versus reacting. Mindfulness is key. Leading with your breath helps you to quiet the chatter of your mind and tune into your inner self. Have you ever just been in a situation where it was chaotic and you just needed a moment to think? If you take a deep breath, because you can't always step away, right? But if you just stop and take a deep breath, that'll help usher in a moment of inner peace for you. to where everything around you will get quiet to your senses. If you just breathe very deeply, let it in, inhale, and then exhale. That'll give you a moment of inner peace, a moment to think. So how to lead with your breath? Here are some tips that will help you to lead with your breath. First, start with a quiet space. Let go of judgment and expectation, simply seeking to understand yourself better. This is a moment just for you. It's a moment to show yourself love. It's a moment to invest in yourself, to invest in your mental, your emotional, and your physical body. So just take a moment, and this can be anywhere, in your car, somewhere quiet where you can just have a moment to yourself. Now become aware of your breath. Focus on your breath. Notice how it feels when you inhale and exhale. Observe its rhythm. Are you holding tension anywhere in your body? How does your breath change as your emotions change? Now bring awareness to your thoughts and your feelings. Don't push them away, but simply notice them arise and fade. See if you can identify recurring patterns or triggers. I know when I have moments where I can feel myself beginning to feel feelings of anger, frustration, feelings of annoyance, I can begin to sense that within my body. At the moment that you begin to feel those feelings, if you have that, just take a deep breath. It'll interrupt that feeling. Just take a deep breath. Sometimes I may have thoughts that are not always positive, especially if I'm thinking about the quote-unquote future. Now I know that all we have is right now, the present moment. But sometimes my mind likes to wander into the future. When that happens, I start to feel feelings of worry, feelings of fear. You can interrupt that by taking a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Slow down your breath. When you are stressed or anxious, your breath tends to become shallow and rapid. Take a few deep, slow breaths to calm your nervous system. Affirmation: I am loved and all is well. I am loved and all is well. Now focus on your breath throughout the day. Make a conscious effort to focus on your breath throughout the day, even for a few minutes at a time. This will help you to stay grounded and present. There are many different breathwork exercises that can help you to relax, focus, and connect with your body. You can experiment with different ones. We'll go over one today. But before we do, I just want to remind you to be patient. Be patient with yourself. It takes time to learn to lead with your breath. Continue to practice on a regular basis. So the first thing you want to do is open your hands and close your eyes. Now breathe in and breathe out. Reflect on your values and your dreams. Are your daily actions in sync with these? Breathe in, breathe out. What do you need to release control over right now? Breathe in, breathe out. Ask yourself, who am I really? Who am I really? Breathe in, breathe out. Am I worthy of love? Ask yourself, am I worthy of love? Breathe in, breathe out. Ask yourself, do I have any redeeming qualities? Do I have any redeeming qualities? And what are they? Breathe in, breathe out. Ask yourself, does my presence in this world actually matter? Does my presence in this world actually matter? Breathe in, breathe out. I'll leave you with this final thought. Leading with your breath is a powerful tool for self-development. It fosters a sense of peace and clarity. Your breath can guide you to an internal environment of harmony in full and complete alignment with the universe. By learning to control your breath, you can control your thoughts, emotions, and actions. This will ultimately help you to live a more mindful, focused, and fulfilling life. The power is yours. If you would like to complete more breath exercises, you can book your clarity coaching session today at houseofsacredlove.com. That's houseofsacredlove.com. That's what I have for you today. Live 40 of 46 Lives of Spiritual Power. Lead with your breath. If you have a regular breath exercise and would like to share, please leave us a comment. We would love to hear from you. If you are listening on YouTube or wherever you're tuning in the world, don't forget to click that like, subscribe, comment, repost, share, all that good stuff. And until we speak again, be the light.